Far up in the misty peaks of Mount Emei, one of the most sacred Buddhist mountains in China, there once stood a monastery known as Yinshan Temple. It was a place of devotion where monks meditated in silence, cut off from the world. But behind its serene exterior, a dark legend whispered through the trees, one of fear, betrayal, and an ancient curse. The arrival of the stranger. In the early years of the Tang Dynasty, a wandering monk named Master Liang arrived at Yinshan Temple seeking refuge. He was gaunt, his eyes deep and hollow, as though haunted by something unseen. The temple monks welcomed him, offering food and shelter. However, Master Liang had one request: never enter his chambers after sunset. At first, the monks thought little of it, believing it to be a personal vow of isolation. But as days turned to weeks, strange occurrences began to unfold. At night, eerie whispers echoed through the halls. The sound of scraping claws against wood could be heard from Master Liang's room. Flickering shadows twisted unnaturally, forming shapes that should not exist. One night, an elderly monk named Brother Han decided to investigate. Ignoring the warnings, he crept to Master Liang's door and peered through a small crack. What he saw nearly drove him mad. Inside, Master Liang was not meditating. He was changing. His skin darkened like charred flesh. His fingers stretched into elongated claws, and his eyes burned red like embers. Around him, ghostly figures writhed in, agony souls bound to some ancient torment. Brother Han let out an involuntary gasp. Master Liang's demonic face snapped towards the door. With an inhuman shriek, he lunged, his claw piercing through the wooden door. Brother Han fled, his screams waking the monastery. The dark revelation. The head monk Avicenna demanded Master Liang explain himself under the dim candlelight of the temple hall. The stranger finally revealed his dark past. Decades ago, he had been a devoted monk, but his pride and hunger for forbidden knowledge led him to an accursed scroll hidden deep within the temple archives. The scroll contained an ancient ritual of immortality, but it came with a cost: the sacrifice of souls. In his arrogance, he performed the ritual, unknowingly binding himself to the demonic entity Yan Luo's wraith. By night, the demon took control of his body, feasting on souls. By day, he remained trapped in human form, cursed to wander eternity, never knowing peace. The monks were horrified. There was only one way to end this curse. Master Liang must be destroyed before the demon could spread further. The night of fire and blood, the monks gathered, chanting powerful sutras to bind the demon. But as the sun set, the curse awoke. The temple walls trembled, and a deafening roar shook the mountain. Master Liang's body convulsed, his human form burning away to reveal something monstrous. A figure towering twice the height of a man, its skin blackened like coal, eyes like molten gold, and a mouth filled with jagged fangs. It was no longer Master Liang. It was the wraith of Yan Luo. The temple descended into chaos. Monks screamed as they were torn apart, their souls consumed in flashes of pale blue fire. The abbot, clutching an ancient relic, the bell of Dharma, rushed forward. With his last breath, he rang the bell, unleashing a wave of divine energy. The creature howled, its form unraveling, but before vanishing, it left behind a final chilling whisper: "This place will never know peace. I will return." When the bell is silent, at dawn, Yinshan Temple lay in ruins. The survivors buried their fallen brothers and sealed the cursed temple forever, warning future generations never to disturb the silence of the mountain. But even today, travelers who ventured too close to the ruins claim to hear strange sounds at night and the tolling of a bell that has not rung in 1,000 years. And sometimes, if the wind is right, a voice murmurs through the trees,